Number 1. Roberto Baggio, USA, 1994. Final few World Cup stories are more heartbreaking than Roberto Baggio's. In 1994, throughout the tournament, Italy looked finished several times, but Baggio kept rescuing them with moments of pure genius. His goals against Nigeria, Spain, and Bulgaria carried Italy all the way to the final against Brazil. By the time the championship match arrived, he was playing through injuries and carrying the hopes of an entire nation. After 120 tense minutes, the World Cup would be decided by penalties. Then came the moment nobody expected. Baggio stepped forward needing to score, but his shot flew high over the crossbar. Brazil became world champions, while Italy's greatest hero instantly became the face of defeat. Millions forgot the goals that brought Italy to the final and remembered only one missed kick. Although Baggio later rebuilt his reputation, that single penalty became football's ultimate symbol of a dream dying in 90 minutes, proving that one moment can completely rewrite an entire legacy. Number 2. Andrés Escobar, USA, 1994. Some dreams end in defeat, others end in tragedy. Colombian defender Andrés Escobar entered the 1994 World Cup believing his country could become one of the tournament's biggest surprises. Colombia had dominated South American qualifying and even defeated Argentina 5-0 in Buenos Aires. Many experts considered them genuine title contenders. But everything collapsed during a group stage match against the United States. While attempting to block a dangerous cross, Escobar accidentally redirected the ball into his own net. Colombia lost the match, failed to escape the group, and one of the world's brightest football dreams disappeared in just 90 minutes. Sadly, the nightmare continued after the tournament. Days after returning home, Escobar was tragically murdered outside a nightclub, with many believing the own goal played a role in the events leading to his death. His story remains the darkest reminder that football can sometimes carry consequences far beyond the game itself, turning a sporting disappointment into one of the greatest tragedies in World Cup history. Number 3. Ghana, South Africa, 2010. No African nation had ever reached a World Cup semi-final, but in 2010, Ghana stood just one kick away from making history on home soil for the African continent. Facing Uruguay, in an unforgettable quarter-final, Ghana produced one of the greatest performances in its history. Then, in the final seconds of extra time, Dominic Adiaye's header was deliberately blocked on the goal line by Luis Suarez using both hands. Suarez received a red card, and Ghana were awarded the penalty that would send Africa into the semi-finals. Asamoah Gyan stepped forward, carrying the dreams of an entire continent. The stadium fell silent. His powerful strike crashed against the crossbar and bounced away. Uruguay survived, won the penalty shootout, and advanced instead. Ghana's incredible journey ended instantly despite coming within inches of making football history. Even today, many supporters believe that 90 minutes and one missed penalty stole the greatest opportunity African football has ever had on the World Cup stage. Number 4. Netherlands, South Africa, 2010. The Netherlands arrived at the 2010 World Cup with one of the strongest squads in their history. Led by Wesley Sneijder, Arjen Robben, Robin van Persie, and Mark van Bommel, they marched through the tournament with perfect confidence, winning every match on their way to the final. Standing between them and their first ever World Cup trophy was Spain. The Dutch started aggressively, creating several dangerous chances, including a golden opportunity when Arjen Robben raced clear through on goal. With only Iker Casillas to beat, Robben seemed certain to score the winner. Instead, Casillas stretched out his foot to make one of the greatest saves in World Cup history. The match drifted into extra time before Andrés Iniesta struck the decisive goal in the 116th minute. After decades of coming close, another Dutch generation watched its dream disappear in just 90 minutes. Their brilliant tournament is remembered not for 6 victories, but for one missed chance that changed football history forever. Number 5. Brazil 2014. Few teams have carried more pressure than Brazil at the 2014 World Cup. Hosting the tournament at home, they believed destiny had given them the perfect opportunity to erase the pain of losing the 1950 final. Every stadium echoed with expectation, as millions waited for a 6th World Cup title, but disaster struck before the semi-final. Neymar suffered a tournament-ending injury against Colombia, while captain Thiago Silva was suspended. Even then, nobody expected what followed against Germany. Within just 29 minutes, Brazil conceded 5 goals in one of the most shocking collapses football has ever witnessed. The final score finished 7-1, leaving fans crying in the stands and players completely broken. The defeat instantly became known simply as Minerazo, a result that permanently changed Brazilian football. What was supposed to become the nation's greatest sporting celebration instead turned into its darkest football memory. In a single unforgettable 90 minutes, an entire country's World Cup dream collapsed before the eyes of the world. Number 6. Croatia, Russia, 2018. Croatia entered the 2018 World Cup as talented outsiders, but few believed they could reach the final. Led by Luka Modric, Ivan Rakitic, and Mario Mandzukic, they eliminated Denmark, Russia, and England through courage, resilience, and incredible determination. Every victory made history for a nation of just 4 million people. Waiting in the final was France, packed with world-class stars and devastating speed on the counterattack. Croatia actually dominated large portions of the match, controlling possession and creating numerous chances. However, small defensive mistakes proved fatal. An unfortunate own goal, a controversial penalty awarded after VAR review, and France's ruthless finishing punished every error. Despite fighting until the final whistle, Croatia fell 4-2. Their remarkable journey ended with silver medals instead of the trophy they had dreamed about their entire lives. Even so, their heartbreaking defeat remains one of football's greatest underdog stories, showing how 90 minutes can separate immortality from unforgettable disappointment. Number 7. France, Qatar, 2022. France arrived in Qatar with a chance to achieve something no nation had managed since Brazil in 1962, win back-to-back World Cups. Despite injuries to several key players before the tournament, Kylian Mbappe inspired the defending champions to another final against Argentina. For over 70 minutes, France looked completely overwhelmed and trailed 2-0. Then everything changed. Mbappe scored twice in 97 seconds, dragging France back into the match before completing a historic hat-trick in extra time. Yet even that wasn't enough. The final ended in a penalty shootout, where Argentina held their nerve and lifted the trophy. France came within a single kick of making history, but their dream disappeared in the cruelest possible fashion. Mbappe finished as the tournament's top scorer and produced one of the greatest World Cup final performances ever, yet he still walked away without the trophy, proving that individual brilliance cannot always overcome football's harshest moments. Number 8. England-Russia, 2018. England's 2018 campaign revived belief across the country for the first time in decades. Gareth Southgate's young squad played fearless football. Harry Kane won the Golden Boot, and dramatic victories over Colombia and Sweden carried England into its first World Cup semi-final since 1990. Facing Croatia, England made the perfect start when Kieran Trippier curled a stunning free kick into the top corner after only 5 minutes. With the final within touching distance, supporters began dreaming of ending 52 years of hurt. But Croatia slowly took control. Ivan Perisic equalized midway through the second half, before Mario Mandzukic struck in extra time. England's players collapsed to the turf, as the final whistle confirmed another painful exit. Their remarkable run had transformed expectations, making the defeat even harder to accept. What began as England's greatest World Cup opportunity in generations ended with another chapter of heartbreak, written in just 90 unforgettable minutes. Number 9. Morocco, Qatar 2022. Morocco created history by becoming the first African and first Arab nation ever to reach a World Cup semifinal. Built on extraordinary defensive organization, relentless teamwork, and passionate support from millions across Africa and the Middle East, they defeated Belgium, Spain, and Portugal to shock the football world. Suddenly, an entire continent believed the impossible was within reach. Standing in their way was defending champion France. Morocco fought with incredible courage, dominating long spells and creating numerous opportunities, despite conceding an early goal. Chance after chance slipped away before France finally scored again late in the match to secure a 2-0 victory. Morocco's historic dream ended just one match short of the final, but their achievement forever changed perceptions of African football. Although the dream died in 90 minutes, their unforgettable journey inspired millions and proved that new football powers can emerge on the world's biggest stage. Number 10. Argentina, Brazil 2014. For Lionel Messi, the 2014 World Cup represented the perfect opportunity to complete football's greatest legacy. After an outstanding tournament featuring 4 goals and countless match-winning performances, Argentina reached its first World Cup final in 24 years. Their opponents were Germany, and the match remained scoreless deep into extra time. Argentina created several clear chances, including Gonzalo Higuaín's famous missed team and Rodrigo Palacios' late opportunity, but neither could find the breakthrough. Then, in the 113th minute, Mario Götze controlled Andre Schürrle's cross with his chest before volleying the winner past Sergio Romero. Argentina's dream vanished instantly. Messi collected the golden ball as the tournament's best player, yet the image that endured was him silently walking past the World Cup trophy. 8 years later, he would finally achieve redemption in Qatar, but the pain of losing the 2014 final remains one of football's most heartbreaking examples of a World Cup dream dying in 90 minutes.